Amy worked as a tax accountant in Austin, Texas, and she's also a new mom. But recently, she had to quit her job because her husband got a very lucrative offer to shift to Shanghai, China, and they decided to take up the offer. She was not very happy about quitting her job. Umair Bilal was working as a graphic designer in London. He moved to London from Pakistan when he was a teenager and had his education in London. He was really good at his work, but unfortunately his visa to live and work in UK was not renewed. And he was forced to come back to Pakistan and start his life all over again. Diego is originally from Buenos Aires, Argentina, but lived in Montreal, and he spoke 3 languages fluently: Spanish, which is his mother tongue, English, and French, the language of Montreal. He worked as a copywriter and a translator, but his passion was in seeing the world, not as a tourist, but as a long-term traveler. But to be able to do that, not only did he have to give up his job, he also had to find a way to sustain himself while he was traveling. Today we are going to discuss about a business that solves problems for people like Amy and Umair and Diego and millions of people like them around the world. The business is called Upwork and is the world's largest platform for hiring freelancers. Here, clients from different parts of the world can hire freelancers from different parts of the world. A platform like Upwork is a marketplace for the purest form of such an exchange. It is not constrained by any geographic boundary, any bureaucratic regulation. It is a platform for an exchange of one man's talent and another man's reason. Here, clients from different parts of the world look at social proof and use their judgment to hire service providers whom they have never met and who might be from a completely different part of the world. And the freelancers who are service providers use their skills to solve problems for client and make a living out of it. The mandatory disclaimer before we progress: please note that this is not a recommendation. This is purely for discussion purpose. Today we are going to provide an overview of Upwork. We are going to discuss the reasons why we like Upwork, and we are also going to tell you the reasons why we may not be interested in investing in Upwork at the current time, and we will also tell you what is it that we would be waiting for. To quote Stefan Casriel, the president and CEO, we are changing the way work gets done by connecting businesses with specialized quality talent to work without limits. And most importantly, Upwork is a movement focused on creating economic opportunities so people have better lives. Here is a screenshot that shows the listings of different types of freelancers on the Upwork platform. Now, a short overview. As of end 2018, Upwork had 430 employees, and they also use over 1,000 freelancers for their internal projects. Now, the company was formed when 2 of the earliest innovators in driving the adoption of online work and the largest online talent marketplace at that time, Elance and Odesk, merged in 2014. Since the combination, they have continued to innovate their offerings and achieved key business milestones that have driven their gross sales volumes, their revenues, their core client growth, and freelancer growth. Some of the highlights of their history, innovation, and operational achievements include: in 1998 and 2003, Elance and Odesk respectively were founded as online talent marketplaces. In 2010, Odesk surpassed 100 million in annual GSV. Elance followed suit in 2011 and surpassed 100 million in GSV. In 2014, the 2 companies merged and Upwork was formed. In 2015, Upwork was relaunched and began integrating the Elance and Odesk platforms.
Upwork surpassed $1 billion in annual GSV in 2015. In 2016, they began operating under a single platform following the completion of the integration. And the Upwork Enterprise offering was also launched in 2016. And they started building their enterprise sales team. The pricing model was changed in 2016 to a tiered service fee for freelancers, and they also introduced client fees. And in 2016, for the first time, they achieved a positive adjusted EBITDA. In 2017, they launched the US to US domestic offering. As of Q2 2019, Upwork has 116,000 core clients. Core client is defined as a client who has spent over $5,000 in their lifetime on the platform and has billed at least once in the past 12 months. The most important clients, which are about 20% of the total active clients, they account for 80% of the GSV. More than 30% of Fortune 500 companies use Upwork to source quality talent today. Over 50 companies spend greater than $1 million a year on the platform. And this is as of Q2 2019. There are typically three types of engagements on Upwork platform. The larger engagements are the ones which are performed by individual freelancers and have a value of over $1,000. Then you have the agency engagements. So Upwork has many agencies listed on them, and some of these agencies are nothing but aggregation of different freelancers. And then you have the gig work, which is any project under $1,000. Now the larger engagements account for almost 65% of the total GSV. The agency engagements account for 20% and the gig work accounts for 15%. Now, Upwork offers significant value to the freelancers. They benefit from the access to quality clients and secure and timely payments. They get to develop their own brand and build their reputation, and the rating system plays a huge part in building a freelancer's profile. They gain visibility into opportunities that are in high demand, and the freelancers also get to invest their time and focus on developing the sought after skills, because they get to figure out which are the skills that are high in demand on the platform. Upwork also offers significant amount of value to the clients. They help clients with searching, contracting, collaborating, and paying freelancers, and all that in less time and lower cost compared to traditional channels. Clients get access to high quality talent with greater than 5,000 skills across 70 categories and an average time to hire of less than 3 days. This is as of 2019. No form of traditional recruitment can even come close to this kind of efficiency. And the clients also access to the essential functionality for remote engagements with freelancers. And this includes communication with freelancers, which includes voice call as well as chat, and collaboration, time tracking, invoicing, and the payments. Upwork also provides an escrow service which takes away all the headache of a contract between two strangers. The pricing for clients mainly comprise subscription fees, the payment processing fees, and the service fees for premium services. So Upwork offers 4 different plans. The basic plan, which is targeted at the small businesses. The plus plan is targeted at small businesses that wish to engage freelancers in a self-service manner and offer the tools to stand out from the crowd and easily collaborate with the co-workers. Then we have the business plan, which is targeted at mid-market businesses, and the enterprise plan, which is focused on the large enterprises. We have provided the details of each of these plans and the associated fees here. The pricing for the freelancers work like this. Upwork charges 20% for the first $500 billed to a client across all contracts, and then this take rate goes down to 10% for billings with a client between $500 and $10,000, and above $10,000, Upwork charges 5% of the total billings. So this also encourages freelancers and clients to continue to be on the platform, because it is in the interest of freelancers to increase the billings from one particular client to above $500 and then above $10,000. So the reason behind tiered pricing is that the small engagements cost relatively more for Upwork to manage and process, and it is also aimed at promoting longer recurring large engagements by reducing the cost for the freelancers and clients with lower rates as the value of the contracts go up. And Upwork also has a system of credits for submitting proposals. So against a small subscription, a freelancer is assigned credits, and each job proposal uses up certain number of credits. So this picture shows how their GSV has gone up significantly over the last 3 years. Their gross profit also has been steadily increasing. However, at the net level, Upwork is still not profitable, and it will probably take them some more time to be profitable at the net level. Upwork has been increasing its gross margins. Now, we would obviously like to see profitability at the net levels, but we also have to be cognizant of the fact that Upwork has a subscription-based business model, and the GAAP accounting convention does not differentiate between a business where every dollar is a one-off revenue versus a business where a good percentage of the next year and the year after next revenues are assured because of the subscription-based business model. And Upwork's retention spend rates are actually very high. They're above 100%. So it would be prudent to analyze Upwork in a slightly different way. I would ideally like to break up the sales and marketing and the R&D expenses into two parts and try and understand which part of the sales and marketing and R&D expenses is responsible for maintaining its current revenue base and the part that is responsible for growth. And that would be the right way to analyze Upwork. So if I create my own income statement where I focus only on the recurring revenue part using the sales and marketing and the R&D expense that is responsible for the recurring revenue, I would suspect that Upwork would be comfortably profitable even at the net levels, even today. So here is the breakup of the components of revenues from the different sources, and we can see the freelancer service fee accounts for the lion's share of their revenue breakup. As their overall revenues keep increasing, the split between these 5 categories have remained more or less constant. And the average marketplace take rate is around 13%. Quick comparison between Upwork and some of its competitors. So Upwork is US based, founded in 1998 and 2003. These are the years when the two entities which merged, they were founded. And Upwork was listed in US only in October 2018. A total GSV of $1.8 billion, 116,000 core clients. And they have long-term client relationships with very high client spend retention, and this is what I find very interesting. So the client spend retention has been over 100%, which is between 105 to 108% in the past few quarters, which means the same cohort of client is spending more and more on the platform. and Upwork is fairly strict in moderating its platform. Fiverr, which is another marketplace, which is Israel based, founded in 2010, and they listed in June 2019. Now, Fiverr started with $5 gigs, and it has been focusing on lower value gig work. Now, my biggest problem with Fiverr is the very name positions them as a lower value gig work business. So they will find it very difficult to go up the value chain. Their goal is to mirror a typical e-commerce transaction, that is to make it simple and cheap. And their GSV is below $300 million. So Upwork has a huge lead when it comes to the GSV. But Fiverr has much larger number of clients. They have 2.1 million clients, or as they call them, active buyers as of Q1 2019. But their take rate is a lot higher. Their take rate is 26% in 2018, which is almost double that of Upwork. So this tells us that Upwork has a lot of room to move up its take rate, and maybe competitive pressures will bring down Fiverr's take rates. And then we have the Australian platform, which is Freelancer. We have provided some information about them here. There are many other competitors like the Adecco Group, Randstad, Recruit, Manpower Group, Robert Half, and also some of the professional social networks like LinkedIn and GitHub, both of which are owned by Microsoft. They are also gradually trying to make their inroads into this space. Then we have some competition coming from the job boards like Craigslist, which also enable clients and freelancers to get together, but none of these platforms are as comprehensive as Upwork. Now, many of these platforms might bring the client and freelancer together, but none of these platforms are as comprehensive as Upwork when it comes to managing the end-to-end flow of the service, starting from the job post to the final completion and payment and the review rating. So we feel Upwork has a huge head start here, and also the network moat of Upwork is very, very strong. So we have created some additional videos where we discuss the various aspects that we really like about Upwork, and also some of the stuff which we do not quite like. We have also specified some of the key metrics that we would be watching over the coming quarters. You can freely download these videos from moneywisesmart.com/research, and we will also be posting the videos on the future developments covering Upwork, as we will be tracking this business pretty closely. Now, while we are waiting to deploy our capital in buying the Upwork stock, Upwork offers some interesting opportunities to use options to position ourselves to buy the stock at a certain price. And we will be creating some videos discussing those option trades that will be again available in the research platform. So this is our team. I'm Rupam on the left, and this is my partner Fanliang. He lives in Melbourne, Australia, and I live in Singapore. And we work very closely in analyzing these businesses. We both like to take the deep dive and do a detailed research. If you have liked this video, do hit like and remember to subscribe to our channel. We keep posting a lot of interesting videos from time to time. And thank you very much for your time.